Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Trey back again here to bring in the video. This one's going to be talking about an upcoming matchup. Don't know the number yet. I'll put it in the title when it eventually comes up, of a UFC match that's been announced, but we just don't know exactly which card it's going to be on yet. It's going to be Michael Bisping versus Demian Maia. So this is kind of an interesting fight at middleweight. A lot of people have been talking about Michael Bisping after he beat Mayhem, saying, "Oh, maybe he should get a title shot. Maybe. What do you think? Do you think he should?" No, I personally don't think he should. Somebody asked me, I forget what his username was, but they said, when do you think he'll be ready for Anderson Silva? And basically what I said is that the only way Michael Bisping will ever beat Anderson Silva is if Anderson Silva needs to retire. That's the only way, is if Anderson Silva is fighting beyond his years, just like Chuck Liddell was. When Chuck started losing to everybody, you just knew something wasn't right. His reflexes weren't there, or his chin was, gone, or you just knew that something wasn't right there. So it'll be the same type of situation. If Michael Bisping ever beats Anderson Silva, it'll be because Anderson Silva is over the hill, so to speak. That being said, how does this fight break down? So, of course, we've got Demian Maia, who is the best jiu-jitsu artist at 185, pure jiu-jitsu grappler. He can tap out anybody if you go to the ground with him. He's a nightmare matchup for guys like Chael Sonnen. A lot of you guys might not have seen the fight, but if you didn't see Chael Sonnen against Demian Maia, that's definitely an interesting fight to check out. You can probably find it here on YouTube or on the internet. Demian Maia put a beating on Chael Sonnen like I have never seen. He threw an amazing trip. He had him up against the cage, and he threw an amazing trip, which was, it wasn't really, I want to say it was sort of like a judo trip. It definitely wasn't like a wrestling power trip. He just kind of, fast twitch, had Chael standing up straight against the cage, and basically brought him right into him and tripped him down. I'd say it would be like a judo trip, and very nice right on Chael's face, and goes right into a triangle from the mount, from the top mount. He puts him in a triangle, and then he turns, and that was it. Chael tapped. It was quite the beating. So if you haven't seen that, definitely a very good fight to check out. Check that out with Demian Maia. So that being said, Demian Maia is serious when it comes to the ground game. He is serious when it comes to grappling. Definitely, I don't think anybody who's facing Demian Maia, if they do their homework, they know they do not want to go to the ground with him. It's the same as like Fabricio Verdum, Frank Mir, these type of guys. You don't want to go to the ground with these kind of guys, because if you do, their grappling is just so good. Their jiu-jitsu is too tight. You just don't want to do it, because they will, submit you from every which way, and they're masters on the ground. That's all there is to it. Now, Demian Maia also has some pretty good striking, and he actually is another guy who gave Anderson Silva a pretty good run for his money. He was throwing some punches there at the end. He was doing pretty good. He did get beaten pretty bad by Anderson, but he put up a good fight, is what I want to say. He put up a good fight, and he didn't give up, and he's tough as nails. Really tough guy. Now, the thing with Michael Bisping and him, will Demian Maia's jiu-jitsu skills come into play? Well, if Demian Maia can get Bisping down, the fight's over. It's as simple as that. He will finish Bisping right away. If he gets him down for probably a minute, that's it. I'd say Demian Maia will defeat Bisping with his jiu-jitsu. So Bisping's only way to win this fight is to keep it standing. Avoid the takedowns, avoid the trips and the throws of Maia. And, even if, Maia pulls guard on him or something, just gets him down in any way. Even being in Maia's guard is a bad idea, So that being said, you're not going to see Michael Bisping probably finish Demian Maia. Most likely you're not going to see it happen. Because he's not going to want to go to the ground with him. Even if he knocks Demian Maia down, is he going to want to go down with him? I don't think he will. If he's smart, he won't. Because, if, these guys with their jiu-jitsu, they practice and they drill this stuff so many times, they can do it in their sleep. Like if you saw Frank Mir against Nogueira, you know that Frank Mir was on Queer Street when he threw that armbar, that Kimura. When he, his jiu-jitsu there, he was half knocked out. And he's out jiu-jitsuing, he's out grappling Nogueira. So, it's the same type of thing with Maia. You just don't do it. Don't go to the ground with him, and you'll be okay. So, I would say that this is a close fight to call. It's a tough one to go with. You could see Bisping winning by a decision. Could also see Maia winning with his jiu-jitsu. So, and, Maia's boxing is not bad either. So, this is a really tough fight to call. for which way it's going to go, if Bisping's going to be able to keep it standing, or if Maia's eventually at some point going to get him down. Tough one to call. I think I'll have to go with, well, okay, I'll start off by saying this. I am incredibly biased, okay, incredibly biased, because I do not like Michael Bisping, okay? I don't know why, I don't like him. I never have. Even from when he started, you know, early on in The Ultimate Fighter, I didn't like him then, and I especially don't like him now. So, you know, I do like Demian Maia, and I like Demian Maia's style, I like what he brings to the table, and I like, you know, his unique skill set that nobody else really has. That being said, I really want Demian Maia to win this fight. There's no question about it. Now, Jason Mayhem Miller wasn't really able to get Michael Bisping down and do much with him, although Demian Maia is a better grappler. So I say this is probably going to end up, you know, unfortunately, I think this will end up being a striking match pretty much. And I think Michael Bisping will probably take this by a decision, because he also does get a lot of hometown decisions, even if he's not fighting in his hometown. He gets a lot of lucky decisions. There's no question about that. Although, that being said, I want Demian Maia to win this fight. You know, I'm rooting for Demian Maia, no question about it. I hope Demian Maia pulls it out, but I think I got to give the slight edge to Bisping in this one, even though I hate his guts. I'd say the average, you know, you're probably looking at percentage, I'll go 60-40 for Bisping, just to keep it standing and, you know, use that takedown defense and win a decision. But I really hope Demian Maia pulls this out. I'd love to see Demian Maia face Chael Sonnen again. I think that would be awesome to see, because I just think Demian Maia is a horrible matchup for Chael. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one later. Peace.